What's up?
You fill out the form?
Yeah, man. I was
Fast?
like the first
PBat,
person. Yeah.
PBat, I love the shirt. I hate
Thanks, man.
you, but
Wait,
I love this shirt.
Wait, where does it
Thanks.
go?
It goes to a place. Don't worry about it.
Wait,
bro.
can we talk about this once we
It
actually
goes to
Just-
text. It goes
Dude,
to some.
just go, just adventure.
Just exactly. Just do it.
I
What
was
is
gonna
this,
ask somebody to
PBat?
do it
What
for
is
me,
this
but I
text?
said,
Oh
you
my
know what?
God.
I'll do it myself. And when I
Alright.
found out, I was like, PBat, you are a sack of shit.
The weird
My
thing
man-
is, like, there's money involved here.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
For those of you who don't know, PBat shirt is a QR code.
It's a great idea.
Thanks, man.
I don't
No,
know.
it isn't.
I don't know I'd go that far.
It's a
I don't
great
like
idea.
it. At
It is a
first,
great
I thought
idea.
it was like some advertisement thing, which is why I was gonna yell at him on Twitter. And then I went through and did everything. Had to download the QR code app, and I'm like, wait, what? Then I had to do that, and I'm like, wait. Then I had to do this, and it's like, PBat, I hate you,
Yeah.
Wait, PBat, is this what? Oh,
dude. I
Oh.
hate PBat.
I hate you.
I still don't know what it is, and I
He's a
refuse to
genius,
install it.
but I hate him.
Do it, Smatter. That's the point.
PBat, I don't
Also-
install apps for anybody.
You have to. You do it for me.
Aren't you asking everyone to like get on Skype and you're not going to install a QR scanner? Are you
Okay,
fucking-
alright,
Oh,
I'll get a
there you go.
QR scanner. I'm doing it now. We're gonna look at PBat's shirt QR code.
All right, chat. I'm ending the stream. I'm gonna give you guys a link to the podcast where we're gonna go do the podcast.
Why don't you just host me? Doesn't that do the same thing?
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna link them and then host you so they can go in the chat.
Oh, hot tips,
Chat
hot tips.
Fucking
I'm
idiot.
sorry. I'm not partnered. I'm nobody.
You can still host, dipshit.
I don't care. Well, thanks.
It seems like you need PBat's new shirt.
Oh God, I don't know what it is. I'm doing it now. All right, pulling out my phone,
I think
everybody.
you would appreciate it. It is truly PBat's legacy.
Analyzing shirt.
Beep bop boop. I'm playing a lot of Pokemon
I
Fighter.
still don't see it. It doesn't do anything on my phone. It tries to translate it.
Is it translating it?
No.
It should be translating its matter.
Is it fucking cum? Is this cum?
It's not cool. What do you
No.
mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You're disgusting.
Half your stuff is cum.
You're disgusting.
How dare you?
Oh, Christ. And with that, welcome to episode number 21 of Podcast Simulator. I just looked at the clock. Welcome to the show. I'm Smatter. Everybody say hi.
Wait, no.
What?
I'm looking at the stream, and PBat and Cyanide are the same.
Oh my God.
Stop. He didn't do the thing. The show's live now. I already introduced PBat. You got it. Your camera.
What?
Your camera.
But why am I
Oh,
PBat
brother.
and me?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I have their names swapped.
No,
I'm leaving it. I'm
they're
leaving
one
it.
Person.
You're an idiot. That he
Wait,
fixed it. He fixed it.
What do you mean they're one person?
Don't
worry
That's
about it.
really racist.
Cyanide assimilated Paperbat.
Yes, he is.
JC
Realize.
coming in strong.
Can we stop talking about cum, please?
All right,
It's making me very
so
uncomfortable.
if you don't want to talk about cum, we can at least do a guided meditation, and maybe by the end it'll just happen organically.
Yeah.
Anyone want to take this one?
Take one what?
The guided meditation.
need
I miss
Alan
Allied.
to do it.
Come on,
Where's
it's always me or
David?
PBat.
Where's David?
David.
All right, so what would I have to do?
So okay,
You guide people in a meditation.
Yeah,
man.
you just basically
Come on,
try to
Brandon.
relax them and prepare them for the ass blasting they're gonna get for the next
You want
hour.
me to try to get other people to relax?
Yeah, and just do it as best as you can. I'm not saying you have to succeed.
This is the man who's responsible for the death of meditation. He can't guide this.
God bless.
I'm sorry if you
He's
want to
also
cause our.
responsible for everything, including anger, and PBat's awesome
Okay,
shirt.
shut up, shut up.
I like PBat's shirt.
Thanks.
So we closing our eyes. You doing this?
Yeah, close your eyes.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. You're online. And you open up Fandango. And you think to yourself, I really want to see this movie. So you start searching for movie times. And you find out not only are there available tickets on the first showing on the day before release, but they're the best seats in the house in reserved seating. You think to yourself, it's too good to be true. How could this be possible? You buy the row, thinking, this is my chance. You get to the movie theaters. You turn on your cell phone before the movie starts. You're not going to be that guy or girl. But you want to make sure that you're going to have a good time. And you go on Twitter, and all you see is that the entire row of tickets that you've bought are pointless because this movie has an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. All your money's gone. And then you wake up and you realize this is actually my life and I'm fucked. Welcome to the show.
Oh my
Did
god.
that happen?
You did that?
Did that
Apparently
happen?
Batman is ass. Like, I don't know. Like, everyone's saying Batman sucks. Rip me.
I could have told you to
Oh.
not buy a row of seats for Batman
All right,
for
I only
Superman.
bought like 6.
Okay.
I saw that going somewhere else. I thought you were going to say you went on Twitter and saw spoilers for the ending or something like that.
Yeah, I
No,
was excited for
no.
that.
It's just it has 11% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
No. It's up to 41. It's up to 41. We're
God
living.
bless.
What? It's not a fucking it's not the fucking election. It's not gonna go that much higher. You can't just like track it over the day. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna tell me it was like the fucking Maze Runner movie or something lame that you
No.
like.
Fucking Batman is eating shit. Apparently Affleck is awesome, and Alfred's awesome, and Lex is awesome, and Superman's kind of boring, but like 60% of the movie is just like Lois Lane being a bitch.
Well,
Right.
that's what happens.
That's normal Superman writing, dude.
Fuck me up,
Yeah.
dude.
In like the last movie, she was not only just a bitch. She was just like more super powerful than Superman. She fucking teleported all over the globe. I remember thinking, how did she get across the fucking planet? This bitch, like we know what Superman's doing, but somehow she's got, fucking warp speed travel.
He has the United.
In it. This bitch, like we know what Superman's doing, but somehow she's got, fucking warp speed travel.
He has the United app, man. I don't know.
Fucking bimbo.
No, United it clearly doesn't get you fucking anywhere. They bumped me off the fucking flight after it got delayed, and then they went on to American.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, the American flight was much better than the United flight.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird because the old American plane was shit. They didn't have screens in the seats. It did have Wi-Fi, but nothing else. Like, there was no outlets of any sort. Like, it was just old school bullshit. But the seat went back pretty far, and then American seats didn't go back very far, but I had like full entertainment, which was pretty good. I watched Goodfellas.
Oh, great film.
I'm sure you appreciate that.
Yeah, that's got a high percentage on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm sure.
Well, let's.
Did you have the whole row in your plane?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I sat next to a dude who looked like he was 50 and a girl who looked like she was not anywhere near 30, and they were touching.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
That's truly American Airlines. Old fucks and young
God.
bitches.
All right, let's see.
Oh,
Let's see.
everything's nice.
96%
Jesus.
on
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Goodfellas is a fantastic movie.
It is. It's a very good movie.
So anyway, let's move away from movies real quick, and let's talk about some actual video game content.
All right, so I played Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Why are you talking about this 1986 abomination?
Wait, you can't call him that. He's our friend.
That I was waiting for it. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm like, someone's gonna make the joke. I feel one of you's got this.
That's actually your. Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Holy shit. Yo,
I'm a
quick
good-ass
math
friend.
podcast.
I'm a good ass friend.
So
Nice.
we wanted to talk about first Paragon. The NDA is lifted. Fats, you were the golden ticket winner. You got to
golden
go to
ticket
the
winner.
Paragon chocolate factory. And
Oh yeah.
With
I went to
Jerby.
Stop.
How was hanging out with
Don't-
Jerby playing?
Don't slander
Paragon?
Jerb. Don't slander Jerb.
it was probably fine. I bet you it was a really slow time, if it's anything like the
Oh,
game.
here we go. I went to the community day and they introduced the game to us and they told us what they plan to do with the game and stuff I can't talk about, but like their plans and why the game is how it is and
Well, walk us back a little
I,
bit.
of
For those of us
course-
who don't know, explain the concept a little bit and what makes it different.
okay. Let's say you play a MOBA. Paragon is a new take on MOBA, going the third person route, similar to Smite. It has vertical combat, which differs it from many MOBAs, except for Dota, because
Wait, I'm sorry, Fats. Do you mind if I interrupt for 1 second?
No,
The
I
QR
wanna...
code leads to dashes, which changes into binary that translates into PBat.
Yep, it's fucking
I figured
amazing.
it was fucking P-Batty.
I knew it would be.
So good,
Yes.
dude. It's so good. That's why I'm not mad about it.
Thank you.
Christ
I appreciate
almighty.
that.
I'm still kind of mad.
So we were talking about
hated that
Jerby.
I
Go
went
ahead.
through all that. We're not talking about Jerby. Jerby's just on your damn brain. How was
Look.
teaming with Jerby back in the 80s, man?
It was. It's something that I hold very near and dear to other people's hearts.
Yeah. Allies, right?
Yeah.
So it has vertical combat. Some key mechanics in the game that make it extremely different is there's a card system, which most people are weirded out by when they first see it, because I sure as hell was. Because after playing, multiple MOBAs, you have an item shop, and all the items are right there for you to buy. And, in League of Legends, every item in the game is available to everybody. In Smite, it's split into physical and magical. And in this one, it's like, here's a deck of cards that you can customize your own item shop. And that's what they essentially went with.
Right, and
they wanted to give people that.
These cards plug into items, correct? Or are items?
Enchantments plug into the cards.
Yeah, enchantments.
There's equipment cards and there's upgrade cards. And there's
just no reason for it to be called cards.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm just gonna. It's what they got.
Hearthstone.
You put
paladins.
You can put equipment cards, which give you passive stats. Most equipment cards will give you a passive bonus when they're fully socketed. We'll go with that, socketed out with upgrades. Most equipment cards cost it's a very weird currency system in the game as well. There's no gold. You have card points.
Yeah, it's weird too because you see CXP or whatever it is or whatever.
They changed that. They changed that.
Oh, thank God!
There was a patch this morning. They changed that.
What do they change it to?
It's an icon now.
Okay.
When you get the thing.
Yeah, because you used to get CXP, and it was like, what is CXP? Because it suggests experience, but it's not really experience. It was very confusing as a very.
They've done a lot of making it easier for people to understand it. In today's patch, still bugs that need to be fixed, but they're working at that. You get card XP after, it's so hard to explain.
And
you have a little meter.
Okay, so that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
They released a game into a genre that has existed now for even the subgenre has existed for 3 years. I mean, we're going to compare this to Smite, right? And they have released this unbelievably slow, convoluted shit show that is being carried by the fact that it is pretty
and fun.
No.
Yes.
I mean, even if we try to do everyone has different taste things, most people that I know think that this game is just convoluted swamp bullshit.
Most people that I know, people who have been playing the game, remember that part, playing the game more than
I have like 6 hours into the game.
That's 10 minutes.
No, I have like 6 hours into the game, and I won the majority of my matches.
They all think that the card system is hard to understand, so that's agreeable. The game feels like it's in molasses, which is agreeable until you get used to it, which is basically how everything works. Once you get used to something, it goes away, that feeling. But still feels really slow. And those are the two main complaints I'm getting.
Are you trying to get them to send you a t-shirt?
No, because I already get t-shirts. I get shit.
You got the golden ticket, dude.
Yeah, I get the golden ticket. I got hoodies.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. I do like. I will admit, they're
Wait,
like.
How thick is the? I bet the hoodie's real thick, so it slows down your movement when you walk.
Oh. Sometimes I just hate dmbrandon. He has good ones, and I just can't be angry about it. Like, fuck.
That's what's easy to diffuse you. Whenever you get mad, you just make a joke, and you go, "You corny."
Fuck, you got it.
I'm fat. This is corny.
Honestly, I'm in the middle there. I don't hate the game, but it's one of those games that I'll have fun playing. But if I had the choice between anything else in Paragon, maybe except for Paladins, I hate that game. But
what? That's a game still?
Yeah.
Yeah, Champions of the Realm.
I have fun with Paragon, but there's games I enjoy a lot more than Paragon. There is big blaring things that I don't like about Paragon for the fact that it's just first of all, it's beautiful. That is one of the best.
Game is gorgeous.
It is the best.
The character design is also really good. Granted, they're pretty shitty ogre types, but they're
you really
good iterations. So? No, I think it's good. The level detail in the models and everything is good.
Okay, real quick, Smatter, when's the last time you played it?
Yesterday?
Name one character.
Oh god, mage guy. He's got a fucking very standard fantasy name. Nobody fucking tell me. Nobody tell me.
You just got body.
No.
Working out so much better.
Oh, one guy's name is Decker. It's Decker. It's the residence hall at my college.
That's not the person you're thinking of.
No. That's not. I know. That's the person.
Person.
Oh, the fucking the rat in the mech has a very similar lame name. It's like fucking Gatling or something. It's like Gatling. It's a type of automatic weapon.
Wrong.
It's Uzi. I think it's Uzi.
Stop. Let me.
Lord.
I'm on
Lord.
DM's side with this one though, because
No,
the
please, no.
names-
I'm gonna get this.
I've played this game
Archie
for
or
30
something.
hours, and I still get names confused.
Okay, so that's a big part of it for me. Character design is not just how they play. It's how
pretty.
they look, how they feel when you play it, the name of the character, the lore of the character, etc. This is one of the reasons that I think League of Legends has been so massively successful, is that the game is brilliantly deep in terms of character design. Every character is unique unto itself. Their lore is very strong, can build into this gigantic story. I love the way that they do that. And then I play Dawngate, which I think also did a pretty good job. I still remember some of the characters' names from Dawngate. But then I play games like Bloodline Champions, where the characters' names are fucking Assassin. Right? I mean, it's disgusting.
That game looked horrible, by the way. Like,
No, Bloodline
just-
Champions was one of the most fun games I've ever played
It was
in my
really
life.
fun.
It was fun.
unbelievable. It was fairly balanced. The game had incredible design in terms of like gameplay, but their actual aesthetics and their draw was terrible. They'd never keep a casual audience because the game was so fucking bland. And that's the problem with Paragon. The game is beautiful, but it has no character. It's
Yeah,
It's trying
Hayden
to develop
Christensen,
its
the
own.
prequels.
It's trying to develop its character by being different.
Can we tell me what the mage's name is? It's like something.
Gideon.
Gideon.
Yeah,
Ah!
how many A's are in Gideon, by the way?
0.
Oh.
Gatling.
Okay,
Gatling.
all right. It's
Howitzer,
Uzi.
dude.
Howitzer. Yes,
Howitzer.
that is it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so done with that archetype. I saw that and I was like, really?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
little
agree.
little furry thing in a suit. Yeah.
Rumble.
Ruckus and
Rumble.
Bolt, man.
Yeah.
See,
Ruckus
that
and
hurts
Bolt.
me. See, Ruckus, they named the character Ruckus now, which I think is a huge misstep. I think Ruckus and Bolts was a great name. It had a ton of depth.
Yeah.
It made you think about like, oh, why is it two characters? Oh, the robot's a person. That's cool. Now it's just Ruckus,
Yeah.
and that's boring to me.
Yeah, and
They
he's
did
a
this
very
wrong in
racist
League of
looking
Legends.
goblin.
League of Legends had Quinn and Valor, and then they just changed it to Quinn.
And that's boring.
Like,
and
yeah,
everyone
exactly.
fucking hates Quinn.
Well, they
Well, that's 'cause
reworked her
she's
so
broken,
like
not
Valor
because-
was
Well, when she
not
wasn't
a part
broken,
of her
she was
kit.
shit.
Yeah, she was shit.
That's true.
But at least she could have been cool. She's not even cool.
So I guess that's one big problem. So there's a lack of clarity, and clarity through game design and character design and world building, right? Everything looks pretty. It's got a nice fresh coat of paint, but it's not clear to new players what the hell is going on. It's like, why do I care about Archie or Gideon? Like why?
His name is Archie.
Can't wait for Archie to come out.
Or like, why do I care about them, right? So they're like they look really good, but they are just archetypes of things that we already know and have already seen. Okay, he's a generic mage. Okay, he's a void mage. Okay, there's some weird technology and magic in this world, but why, right?
They didn't make a new game. They made another entry into a genre that has already existed. This, to me, is Dawngate. People will like it for a few weeks, realize that it's incredibly imbalanced, and no one's going to touch it again.
There's one other problem.
There's a difference between Dawngate and this one, though.
There's a big
I would
glaring.
say.
Wait, no, hold on. I want to hear what Fast has to say here, because
Okay.
I can't imagine that there is.
There's similarities to Dawngate in the fact that there are, you know how Dawngate had those shitty things you had to control?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except
I
they
know.
have an actual meaning in this game, and they can purposely sway how, because they're not in weird positions that are outside of the lanes.
Right, but they were still very important. You can't try to insinuate that Dawngate's, I think they were called wells, were not
Dawgate's
important.
wells were mapped horribly.
Well, I mean, the whole map was fucking terrible. One of the reasons the game failed is because EA thought they were better than everyone else, or Waystone, whoever the fuck they were, and decided to go off against the community on pretty much every piece of feedback that they had. They designed the game inherently to work against the players.
Oh.
It was more PvE than it was PvP.
Okay, I didn't
But
know
the
that.
same thing is going to happen here. They're going to focus on these stupid wells, which are taking away from PvP aspects because they're all positioned on the outsides of where you should be fighting. Everything should be centralized, and it's not. And we have a bunch of characters who we're basically going to forget, archetypes that have already existed in every other MOBA, and no one's going to want to learn a new fucking skill.
See, I'd like to interject real quick because, like, from what I'm aware, that the reason Dawngate was actually shut down was mostly because it didn't do as well as EA wanted it to do.
It wasn't
I-
making any money.
Exactly, but I think you know, that was the biggest issue. You know, of course, if Waystone could have it their way, they would have continued. But EA was the one who initially pulled the plug. So I mean, I think that's kind of the biggest difference here is that Epic has their own hand on the Switch there. So I think they probably won't fall into that same kind of issue.
Do you want to talk
another
about
trap.
Epic's? Like,
There's another.
Hold on. What is Cyan?
Yeah, there is another trap here. The Hearthstone card system is basically like League runes, but on RNG.
Yes.
And except that these are much, much more powerful than runes are. I mean, like, much, much, much more powerful.
Did you say
than runes.
Hearthstone, or are you talking about Paragon?
Paragon's Hearthstone card
Okay.
system.
Okay, I was
Okay.
very confused.
Yeah. No. So the way that you access equipment and upgrades for those of you who haven't played Dawngate yet, that you get card packs of
You mean
5
Paragon?
cards. Paragon, Hearthstone, whatever.
Wait, it's
said-
Archie,
you said
right?
Dong-
Or is it Gatling?
Gatling!
Okay, so the card system is ripped basically out of Hearthstone. Evidently, they're also going to be putting crafting in, similar to Hearthstone.
Which alleviates most of the problems.
Wait,
Kind
Right
of,
now, the problem
except-
So you
is
grind more?
right now the
Grind more to
problem
get your
is-
fucking AK-47 skin?
And for Gatling, yeah. The problem right now is card packs. The only way to get card packs are in game by playing the game. That's good. No buying additional card packs to get items faster.
I don't
Problem
like
is
play
it's
to win.
all- Huh?
I don't like play to win.
Shut the fuck up.
No, play to win and pay to win are bad fucking models.
But play to win is better than pay to win.
Play to win is far better.
Marginally.
Well, yeah,
Marginally.
sure, but like it's still going to come down to I have 60 hours of free time this week and you don't, and we're going to get matched up together and you're going to eat shit.
What I heard about the crafting system that is public now is you can craft certain things to get that one card you're looking for.
But it doesn't feel good, though. It feels more like a grind.
Why can't I just have the fucking cards?
And the problem is
that
is
was
that,
my
like,
when I went to the HQ. I asked about the system. I said, "Why are we going this route instead of just doing
Well,
an item shop? Because
I
an
know
item
the
shop is
answer.
way better."
I know the answer to the question.
And what's your answer?
Because if we could just have the cards, people wouldn't have any way to spend their fucking money.
They can't spend
Yeah.
money on cards.
So you can't even buy the cards.
No,
can-
it's
you
all
can-
in game only.
you can buy a boost though to speed up how you get the cards,
Oh,
which
fuck
is I
me. Like,
guarantee what they're going to want you
People
to do.
hate League of Legends runes.
It's one
Yeah,
of the most
people who
complained
play
about
League of
systems.
Legends.
It's probably the most complained about part of League of Legends, aside from the shit matchmaking
The
that's
thing is,
existed
though,
for 6
it
years.
was one of the first systems of its type, and the game is insanely popular, and
Exactly.
they're making so much money that it's whatever. And if you love the game enough, and you play the game enough, you'll be fine. I've been playing for like 3 years now, or 4. What the fuck?
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't played the game in years, and I still have like 2 or 3 rune pages that are completely full for the characters that I want to play. But
Right.
I mean, I have 1,300 games played, and I barely have that, and I have nowhere near the amount of characters necessary to play the game at a competitive level. There is a paywall. You must pay to win in League of Legends at this point. If you weren't playing the entire time, if you want to play the game at a competitive level, you need to buy enough champions to actually be able to play the role at a competitive level. You will hit a paywall,
Right.
Because you also have to grind runes. Now, in this new game, I just have to play. But the issue is, it's the same formula League of Legends has, but I already have League of Legends in my life, or Smite, or Dota, or Heroes of the Storm, that are giving me these characters and the ability to play the game basically for free, compared to Paragon, where I'm going to have to invest, 100 hours?
I mean, it is Epic Games.
And the other problem with a system like this that's only play to win is the same issue that League has, is that if you start behind, it is
You stay behind.
impossible to catch up.
Yes.
Impossible, which is why Hearthstone actually allows you to buy the card packs, because that way you can just get a whole bunch of dust and make the deck you want. But if that kind of system is not going to exist in Paragon, it's going to be really, really hard for people who get in behind the curve. Really hard.
Let's
Did I-
also talk about how unclear that system is to the player, right? So when I first played my first couple of matches, this card shit made no fucking sense. I was like, some of them are items. I can put items in active slots that have massive stats.
But
and
you
then
can also put them in item slots. Like,
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. They're all the same color.
It's very weird.
The UI, while pretty, is a mess. It's just like UI design.
There's
is
some
nightmare.
UI things I have a problem with as well.
Like,
I'm not sitting here defending the
No,
game completely.
I know. I'm just saying my personal problems. These are
Okay.
problems that make it hard for new players, right? Like arbitrary things, like they list you got to get your harvester or whatever it's called online, and you're like, what the fuck is that? Where is it on the map? It took me like several matches to be like, oh, I go there, and there's like this Baron buff that does fire giant
This
like
patch
thing.
fixed it. This
Yeah,
patch
but like, what do
made
you
that a
do
little
with
more
that?
apparent.
What happens
They're
after you
trying to
kill
make
him?
They're trying to make it more accessible as time goes on.
I mean,
Now,
For
they
for the
failed out of
closed
the gates,
test,
I think.
I don't think it failed so hard. I think it's having a hard time getting its footing, of course, but I don't think it's completely like shit show number one.
So
You know, shit show number one in my mind will be Paladin's launch.
Oh
Because
god.
no one knew what
Paladin's-
the fuck was going on.
Paladins isn't launched. It's an alpha.
Okay.
Um,
And so
Alpha
is Paragon is in
Paragon.
beta.
I have no idea. I don't really care.
Paragon's
game-
in beta and so is Paladins. They're both in beta.
My biggest issue now, and like with Paragon, I can go on the design and the balance and the fact that the game feels like you're constantly walking in a swamp. My biggest problem is Epic fucking games. I have never met a company since Waystone that has been so up their own ass about their game. I remember talking to Waystone at PAX one year and telling them about how I was literally one-shotting with people with Moya at level 9. And he said it's not possible. And then I showed him, and then he told me it was intended. Like, he was just so full of shit. And then I'm in a game. This is the first day that I can play Paragon. It's like the second week, I think. And I go into a game. No one on the enemy team has any idea what the fuck they're doing. None. And I'm sitting here bodying kids because I play MOBAs for a living and figured out that if I just put items in my slot, I'm going to be twice as strong as everyone else. So I'm sitting here. The game's about to be over. I'm killing the Nexus or the Core or the fucking Titan. What is it called?
The core.
The Core, right? And there's a dude on my
Thought it was
team
called Titan.
that's from Epic, right? He has the Epic clan tag, and you know he's from Epic because no one else is allowed to have clan tags yet.
Wait, didn't we tell this story?
I don't know.
He always
we
tells the
did. We did
story.
2 weeks ago.
We did
He
3
always-
weeks ago
this
as
is his
well.
favorite story.
It's not my favorite story. It's the most fucking ridiculous shit I've ever seen.
Give us
from
the
a
abridged
fucking
version.
video game company, right? So the guy is sitting here spawn camping new players. Like, he's behind the Nexus while I'm trying to kill it, and he's killing people as they're spawning.
You do know that everyone with an Epic tag does not mean that they are associated with the production of Paragon, right?
It's
How
still
else would
poor
they have the Epic tag?
representation.
It's anybody who's at the company has an Epic tag.
Right, so
this
someone
guy's
at
cleaning
Epic
toilets?
is trashing their own product. And this is not like, you know, when Skarzard wants to play League of Legends and he's spawn camping players at level 30. This is not when I'm playing with Purified and he's diving a fucking fountain to one-shot a Hebo on the respawn. These people are level 30. The people that the Epic employee is killing have played the game less than 3 times and don't even know how to build their fucking items. And when I confronted him about this, he said it's the only way they're going to learn. And when I brought this up on Twitter, their community manager, who is definitely involved with the production of this shit game, decided to not only defend him, but say things like, you're basically breaking the NDA. This is not a company that I can trust to balance a game at a high level. It is not a company I can trust to serve their community to grow the game. And it is certainly not a company I would trust to spend money with.
Now that is actually very troubling that they would even defend it, like the NDA thing, to throw that at you, to threaten you with that.
Fucking ban my account, man. I never intend on playing your shit game again after the way that was handled.
Fair. I like that story. That was a good story.
Yeah,
Dad.
I like
It
it
was
every
the
time I
fifth
hear
time
it.
I heard it.
It charges me though. It makes me get fired up like a Gatling.
Stop.
Sorry.
Is that the episode title this time? Gatling.
Gatling.
Fuck you. I'll call it what I want. I call them a different
Gatling,
gun every
generic
time.
mage.
That's the joke. I say the joke and then I replace the word every time. It was AK-47 once. Next time it'll be Glock. I promise.
It'll be Gatling again.
No, it won't. It will not.
It'll just be,
It's been
it'll just be
Gatling
gun
every
at
time.
one point.
No, I'm not gonna call
It'll
Deagle
just,
pistol.
It'll just be gun.
Fuck. This is harder than it looks.
Gun. Coming
Go
up next.
call him Gun. I'm gonna call him Rat Gun because that's what he fucking is.
Now, after playing the game for an extensive period, first I can talk about my time there. I brought up all the complaints that you told me I was gonna bring up. Like when I first played it, I went into that event thinking, all right, this is gonna be a game that can be compared to Smite. That's exactly how I thought of it. It's third person. You know, there's elevation though, and it's different. All right, let's go in with that idea. I go in, I'm like, why the fuck am I so slow? They're like, use, speed mode. And then it makes you feel like you're super fast,
I would disagree, but
but then you realize the map is gigantic.
yes.
It's not.
Yes,
It kind of is.
It's.
It kind of is.
I think it's
That
very
map
Really,
is
it's not
genuinely.
that big of a
huge.
map.
That map is huge. I can go from blue buff and smite to left lane, to soul lane so quickly in comparison to moving from mid to like the blue buff in the jungle here.
I would actually like to have a Smite God with no boots try to traverse the map in the same time it would take a Paragon character without You know, maybe even in sprint mode.
There's no
Because
boots in the game.
there are boots in the game.
There's no boots
in
the
Paragon.
game.
There are, I mean, at least when I played, there was definitely movement speed increases on items.
No, there's not anymore.
No, it's
So
just,
they
it's a
took
guy's
out the
passive
movement
now.
speed items.
Yeah,
Fuck me
It's
up,
the black
dude.
guy's passive now.
I told them to fix that. Black
is-
guy
is
should
it-
not have that as a passive. It's broken.
It is the black guy, right?
Oh, it
Yeah.
actually
He's
is.
got Nikes as a passive.
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that was a race
He
joke.
actually has Nikes as a passive.
Just do it, bro.
Oh my god.
Can he
Just do
can
it.
he jump
when I
higher
was
as well?
talking to them,
Probably.
I told the team, like, this is broken. If you're not going to have any movement available to anybody else, he cannot have this as a passive thing that is busted. And the reason why he has that is because the movement is so, like, slow and everything, and if you just think of this as its own game instead of trying to compare it to, like, Smite and stuff, people don't have giant ways to get out of stuff. Like, you have to maneuver, if you can, to get away from people, using the verticality of the map to your advantage.
Yeah, but like even things like movement abilities feel slow. Like Archie's fucking
And I definitely
dash.
disagree with that 100%. I mean, every time I forgot who I was playing with, but every time we wanted to kill someone, it was Dota. They were dead. You step slightly out of position in that game, it's Dota.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you can't get out of it.
There's that one character that Fast was playing, Grax or something. Big
Grug.
Okay.
Grug.
Gatling.
Wait, I thought it was
Gatling.
Grundle.
No, I don't, it's the big,
That's
it's the big tanky
Grundle.
dude,
Oh.
and like he can just jump super
Oh,
far.
Rampage.
Okay,
Oh,
Rampage.
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 Wait,
Okay,
Road Rash?
Rampage is the
Another
get out of
really
jail free
great
character.
original name, by the way. Great design.
But like
Rampage.
he
Rampage
just
Jackson.
Oh wait,
He
he
jumps like
causes
a
a lot of
million feet.
damage. He jumps around.
He
What's
does
that
no
called? What's
damage.
that called, guys? Give me that. What's it called? Catastrophe, disaster, Hurricane Katrina. What is it? I don't
You're
know.
trying way too hard.
Oh,
You
Rampage.
really are.
Come on, guys. You guys should have jumped on that with me.
I didn't even laugh. I
Some-
didn't even
Get it.
chuckle.
I even said jumped on for the follow-up pun.
I didn't
You're
even smile.
terrible, dude.
Fuck you guys.
In
guys are so
Braille,
bad at
in
playing my
Braille,
bits.
into text, into Morse code, it would say, shut the fuck up, Smatter.
Oh my god.
I get that reference.
I got you. PBat.
I thought it was a good joke. If you thought it was a good joke, tweet us.
No, don't tweet anything.
No, come
Don't
on,
tweet
please. I
anything,
need
please.
validation on this one. This was a good
That
one.
was-
Everyone
that was
could
terrible.
fuck right off into space.
All right, but maneuvering, like you said, once you're caught, you're dead, is pretty much the case for almost every character that doesn't have any movement ability.
Except the black guy.
Some characters have movement, but it's not really said correctly. Like the three, I'm gonna call them hunters because that's the only archetype I know right now is Smite archetypes. The hunters in the game, one has 0 movement because she's Artemis. One has a little hop he can do. That's Twin Blast. He can just jump a little bit. And the black guy with the Nikes can shove people off with the shield. Which of those 3 characters is better? Oh, the damn Nikes. Because
Yeah.
not only is he faster out of combat, but he has a shield that reduces damage that you can, like, it's your right click, and if you left click while the shield's out, you throw the shield at them and they're shoved off and knocked up. So you get the hell out of there. The problem is, yes, the movement is the worst part of the game, I think. I think the movement is worse than the card system.
I would agree.
See, that is something we shouldn't look past. Because if
I'm
you
not
think
looking
of
past anything. I'm just
No,
saying,
I'm saying,
right
like,
now.
You can't support something like that. Every game that has ever succeeded succeeds because the movement feels good to players. One of the most popular games on the planet right now is Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it exists entirely out of the fact that the movement is fluid. It's water. Counter-Strike, fluid. I mean, we're gonna watch and play a game. I can't support if they're not gonna pay attention to the community. It literally has been complained about since the second they opened servers, and they address it by saying, "Yeah, we know."
But that's literally how all of their games are. Their third-person games are all the same speed. I joke that Smite on Xbox is like Smite but underwater, but fucking
is.
Paragon is Xbox Smite underwater.
Chill. That's not it.
It's true.
I'm
The
sorry.
game is slow as shit. The map is gigantic. Fucking movement. My favorite thing right now, because of how the movement is if I get out of a fucking fight, I feel like I'm the greatest in the world.
But that's
You're
probably more to
gone.
do with the fact that they're idiots.
No, you can finesse some shit if you use your abilities correctly.
But I mean, like, if you get out too,
But
they're
it's
not
like
catching
really
you.
hard to
You're-
do, which shouldn't be a thing.
I feel like when you juke like skills in that game, it feels like me just barely catching up to the bus as it gets away. Like, it's still, like, not that fast, but I'm still close enough to the bus, you know what I mean?
I was going to make a joke. I didn't make it, though.
What was the joke? What was that joke?
I already know what it is.
I got
know.
thanks,
No,
PBat.
make the
Thanks.
joke,
I
guys!
know.
Make the
Thanks,
joke! I'll play
PBat.
along with the bit! I'm down the bit!
Keepo, Kappa,
Paperback
I don't know where they're going.
Paperbat, QR codes.
I don't know where this is going, but all right.
Oh, I thought this was a joke at my expense.
Continue, Smatter.
So it plays very slowly, right? And that's like the nature of all of Epic Games games. People like that third-person feel, right? I understand what they're trying to go for here. They're trying to find that mix between like the League of Legends, like strategic slowness, but also the action of the third person, like of Smite. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they haven't struck that balance.
Well, I mean, when we get into the esports, conversation of the game, we have two options. Either A, we run it from the third-person perspective, or B, we run it from the isometric perspective. The third-person perspective leaves a lot to be desired. One of the reasons that we don't run it a lot in Smite is because a new viewer will have no idea what the fuck is going on. And that becomes a big problem because, I mean, this is a thing that we talk a lot about when you talk about movies, film, cinematography, is you never want to break 180 degrees. So if I'm facing forward, right, I know that I want to go towards the red side of the map. But if I'm in a jungle and I'm scooping around in different ways, how is a new player going to know which direction he should be going in? And that's one of the reasons Counter-Strike is doing so amazingly, where I think something like Halo managed to fail. And that's because in Counter-Strike, you go forward. That's it. Terrorists go forward. CT stands still and protects the base from people trying to go forward at them. It's genius, honestly. It really is. It lends itself to esports well. So when we go into Paragon, are we going to watch an isometric game? Is that going to work for it?
Oh yeah, I seriously fear for the spectation.
And that was actually my biggest fear about Smite when you first introduced it to me. God knows how long ago now. Is that I was like, okay, I don't know how this game is gonna. How am I gonna watch this game? Because they didn't have the spectate client for a while.
And we still have that problem. We still have discussions at least once a month on how we can make our spectator better, how we can make our experience for spectators better. Whether it's we do more third persons, we mark the map in different ways to ensure people understand where they are and where they're going to be going. Like these kind of things are very hard to implement. And from the get-go, Paragon is going to have, I think, a lot of information from games like Smite and Gigantic that have already started their esports scenes. Like, where is their direction? And we have no idea. I mean, they're already flying people out to events to come play their fucking game, and we haven't heard a single, sentence about what they plan to do with esports. And I understand it's early, but I mean, that's really no excuse.
It seems like this whole thing came out like half-baked. In every aspect, except the visuals, except the graphics.
I don't agree with that. I don't think it came out half-baked. I think it just came out baked different than what we're used to.
I know, and that's the problem, though. There are so many conventions and MOBAs that we expect that they're openly defying, when they're trying to break into it.
I agree.
And that's, I think, the problem.
I agree with that. It's just, I don't think the game is downright awful. I don't think the game is going to be complete shit. It just needs work and time. If they want to stick to the system that they're doing, they need to figure it out before summer.
Yeah.
Which is what I think they're trying to do right now by having the player base explode so much. The game when DM played it, because he got in way before I did, was probably way different than it is now, at least playing it, like playing the game. The feel is probably the same, but the different strategies and stuff have changed since then, most likely. Right. Like, the one thing that I do like and don't like is the Harvester idea, because it's not really told to people, Harvesters are a big part of it.
Explain it, because I still don't get it.
Harvesters are the things on the sides of the map. There are 7 in total, 2 in each jungle, 1 on each side lane, and 1 in the gummy pit. That's what we call it, because the fire giant is a gummy monster right now, because it's not finished.
Blessed.
It's the best gummy. I love it.
You tell me that's not half baked? You think gummy shit isn't half baked?
All right, I'm not gonna argue with
bears.
that. Most of the anime started in the fucking game, dude. Like, they're adding a lot of stuff as time goes on, but Harvesters work. You get an item called a key, or you don't even need the key, but the key speeds up your. Yeah, it's one of the items you can get. Has stats on and everything, and there's different versions of it for whatever deck you have, whatever. You get the key to speed up the Harvester placement. You don't need a key. If you don't have a key, it takes 8 seconds or 10 or some long ass time. If you do have a key, it takes 3 or 6
So
seconds.
you don't have to
depending on
kill
which
the
key you
thing
have.
there?
No, it's not there originally. What are you?
I'm
What are you saying?
confused because there was like a Baron like monster, and I stood on the thing and I had the key, and I was like, well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, you were at the gummy pit.
Yeah, that's the gummy pit.
Yes, you
We
idiot.
killed that
I'm
thing. It took us like actually 3 in-game minutes.
I'm not telling you to do that early. Jesus.
No, I was
There's
wildly
ones
ahead.
in-
It was a bot
Listen.
game.
They are in your jungle, and your jungle usually has the key. What he does is he stands on the pedestal, places the harvester, and it grows. If you have a harvester, every 5 in-game minutes, it'll be full of card points. You stand on that point, and it gives card points to everyone on the team.
That
That
was
is the
so
point.
many fucking words.
To explain a very lame. It's not even. Doesn't even feel
How
exciting.
do you expect me to explain it when you're making jokes about getting fucked up by the gummy?
No, I mean, like, I was listening to what you were saying, and I was, largely ignoring Smatter, as is most of the podcast.
Hey, welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah, God bless. But, I mean, there were just so many words. Like, the genre is already too fucking convoluted. The only, and I mean only reason Heroes of the Storm, actually, there's probably 2 reasons, one of which is they're fucking Blizzard and they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Is one of the reasons this game is successful, and really probably the only reason aside from it's Blizzard, is that they made it so fucking unbelievably accessible to every idiot on the planet who's ever even wanted to know what a MOBA is. Comparatively to Paragon, it's like, all right, you get harvesters, you put it here, and in 5 minutes you can hook your boys up. You could use the y-axis, right? There's just a million things that are just so convoluted. They have made the game inaccessible.
Even
Whereas, like Gears of War hit because, all right, kill that guy. Here's a shotgun.
right.
It'll one-shot people.
It was like the first true like third-person serious shooter, though.
First true like competitive third person game.
Yeah.
That's not fair. That was 2005.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. You hit on something there that I really wanted to mention. Oh yeah, even like okay, so you draw the comparison to Blizzard, right? Like Heroes of the Storm, for example, has like 8 different game modes. There's the mode with the coins. There's the mode with the spooker charms.
Those aren't even game modes. Those are just the maps.
I know. I'm
No,
saying
that's
those are.
I mean, yeah, he's
hate
right.
it.
There's one
I
game
hate
mode.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they
Each
can
of the map
explain
has
that
its own.
in 2 sentences on the loading screen.
Exactly. Capture coins to pay dude to blow up base.
Exactly. It's like collect
Go in
spooker
mines,
charms,
kill
get spooky plants.
skeletons.
Yeah.
And all the cues are very, very easy to see visually on the map. Like the dragon map, the giant beams are flying from the top and the bottom to the thing in the center.
That's if
Like-
you want to compare that to Paragon, you can't really compare it because that's a fucking clicky.
Nothing's
And this is
flying
not
in
a clicky.
Paragon. Like,
But I
nothing.
mean, like the harvesters are not, and this might be just a problem of the fact that it's
Today
early
there
in
was a
the.
patch that has highlighted harvesters.
Okay, so they're on the map now.
They're fixing. They're trying to make it easier to understand. Trust me.
Okay.
Like I'm not sitting here just saying shit to defend it. That was in the patch notes that I read at 6 a.m. this morning.
Are you gonna get an epic tag in game? So you
I
can
wish
spawn
they
camp?
pay me. Hell yeah. Give me some money.
Epic fast. It makes you sound even fatter than you are.
Epic Fast is my Xbox Live gamer tag. I had 3 of them. I
amazing.
had Epic
Hey,
Fast,
hey,
I had
Epic, if you're-
amazing obesity,
If you're listening to this podcast,
and I had way overweight. Like yeah, it was all fat jokes.
You had
give Fats a clan tag.
and a bib.
Triggered.
All right, I think it's time we move on from Paragon. I'm eager to see where this game will
Wait, do you
develop.
mean the podcast or like literally everyone? Because I'm fine for either.
I was just gonna say I'm eager to see
Podcast,
where it
I'm
goes.
playing it when I feel like it.
I'm not
dickhead.
past it, man. I'm not past it.
I'ma
I'm
have
still willing
fun.
to give it another chance. I am sorry your experience was tainted by the Epic employees. That would tilt me off the fucking game forever.
And it's not like I wasn't like good at the game, by the way. I
no
won the
one's
majority of
questioning
my
your
matches,
skill, Brandon.
and I got shit on in Pokken 2 days in a row, and I think that game is really cool. I just can't play it. It's just not for me. I can differentiate my ability to play a game versus what I actually think about it in terms of its design being good, and I just. Bleh.
Fucking hype.
All right, so since you're getting a little bit mad, let's keep you going mad. There's something you wanted to talk about, Brandon?
Oh, let me hit you up with this Gawker shit. Now I'm gonna keep this clean, real. All right, this
You don't have to.
asshole gets on the stand and just like tries to quip over and over at the lawyers who are paid bajillions of dollars to tear this guy to shreds. All right, he thinks he's untouchable, but I'm not here to talk about that. I don't give a shit about Gawker or Jezebel, but let me tell you, when I
Rip
realized that I
Kotaku.
don't have to deal with Kotaku anymore,
Go talk.
just everyone who writes for that site, fuck you. And like, it sucks that you're out of the job, but like the content that you guys were creating, you should not have been paid for to begin with. God bless that you're gone.
Patricia Hernandez, the show.
Like every single time something happened in a fighting game community or in a Smash community, like anytime something happened even remotely close to drama, there would be a 15-page editorial about how the person writing it was just so much better than everyone else involved and how he had the right or she had the right to judge. And then anytime Smash community raised $100,000 for cancer, or the fighting game community decided to run a really cool event and raise money for blank, right? Anything that happened in that regard was never covered by Kotaku because they were a fucking drama site. They are the TMZ of fucking video games, and I am pumped that you motherfuckers are out of my life. And when eventually, and possibly, hopefully, if you turn a new leaf, you guys find a job that involves you actually having to write content that fucking matters, cite some fucking sources, leave your opinions out of it unless they're relevant to the fucking subject matter, and actually learn your fucking craft, because you guys are the reason that people who run organizations and other sites choose to hire writers and not pay them, paying them in, quote, exposure. Because the people who do get paid, the people that set the industry standard, are the same motherfuckers that are now out of a job. Eat a dick.
Hey, Brandon, are you Gamergate, bro? Because you're sounding a bit like Gamergate, bro. Are you having little fucking long single hairs growing out of your chin?
Listen, it's not about hairs out of the chin. It's about ethics in gaming journalism, all right? So just fuck off.
I'm sorry. Did I hear a sweat drop fall from your tit?
That was offensive to me.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
no, I didn't say multiple sweat
honestly,
drops.
like I don't give a shit about Gamergate. I don't care about that whole thing that happened. The behind the scenes work, to me, I don't care how that girl got her job or whatever the fuck it actually was about. I don't care. For me, it comes down to, if you're gonna fucking write, do your best to have some fucking love for your craft, because you're embarrassing the rest of the fucking world.
Wow. So, can we distill this down to just do what you love and love what you do? Or even better, live, laugh, love. Gamergate.
Gamergate.
That would have caught on, man.
That's actually really funny. You know how people put live, laugh, love on their walls? I'm going to do live, laugh, love, hashtag Gamergate above my fucking kitchen.
Wait, the hashtag comes first?
Yes.
Who are you?
I don't know. I stopped doing that joke. I'm not cool anymore.
Yeah, Gatling, though.
Gatling, stop. You leave fucking crossbow alone.
Okay, that was a good one.
Just different weapons at this point. You fucking leave Trebuchet to be his own person, to be his own fucking scruffy
I'm a
rat.
big fan of how trolly the podcast simulator tag is now on Twitter.
Yeah, I know. I wondered how many weeks it would be before people abused the hashtag podcast simulator for funny pictures.
It took longer than I thought it would.
I know. I really
took my chat. That's all it took.
Yeah,
you guys
cum
are
chat,
shit,
man.
go away.
Scum chat.
So, for those of you who are listening to this via audio, I have above my head on the stream of the podcast a Twitter feed, and if you use hashtag podcast simulator, it will appear. For the most part, you guys have been pretty respectful and behaved in a way that was both respectful to each other and to the people on the show, but now that's gone out the window. It used to be just comments about what's going on, like, oh, I have a thought about this topic, but now it's just weeb shit and black people.
Yeah.
So good work, actually. I'm impressed. I have been actually enjoying that.
I saw.
Yeah, I'm making faces.
I've been looking at you.
That's a treat for the viewers only. So, next topic here. Microsoft extended an olive branch out to PlayStation earlier in the week. Many of you have heard this. They said, hey, Microsoft's like, yo, man, it's us. It's your old pals, man. If you want to, like, connect or online play, man, and we want to, like, play some Xbox, PS4 online gameplay together, cross-platform, we're totally down, man. So just let us know.
You are definitely misrepresenting what actually happened.
Well, I'm Microsoft, man. We're cool now.
It wasn't
buy our
a fucking
stuff.
olive branch. It was like, how much good press can we get this week because our system isn't doing as well as it should be.
Hey, man, I could drop the accent if we just want to talk business.
God damn it, Sam.
And the only see, I love the fact that they did this because I think
it's a great move.
Open multiplayer should have existed for years now. But at the same time, what Microsoft did was pretty gnarly. I mean, they could have had this conversation behind closed doors. They did it for press, and they did not only a service for the gaming community, but a service for themselves. But let's not pretend for a second here that like they're heroes, right? They're just doing something that should have happened.
Not.
But fuck Sony for coming back and said, maybe.
And I want to gank people in other Dark Souls 3 systems.
So
I just need to invade everybody.
Sony's literally the quote is, PlayStation has been supporting cross-platform play between PC on several software titles, starting with Final Fantasy XI on PS2 and PC back in 2002. We would be happy to have this conversation with any publishers or developers who are interested in cross-platform play. Bullshit! That is complete and utter trash. They're definitely not going to do it, because basically they fucked up on this response too, right? They could have at least been jovial back and played it off like, oh, we'd love to try, blah blah blah. See, Microsoft put them in a very tough situation. It's a brilliant PR move. It's either they agree with Microsoft and it seems like Microsoft's idea, or say nothing and look stupid, and it seems they've gone with the latter. So they just took the punch on the face and they were going to roll with it. However, the idea of cross-platform multiplayer is huge, right? So let's think about smaller indie titles where people might not play the game because there's no community on their particular platform, right? Doesn't that make sense? So this is something I think we'll see eventually. I know there's a lot of capitalistic bullshit in here regarding different different companies and stuff trying to wall off their product, and that is very much the trend in video games and technology as a whole. It is walling off your garden and making it as pretty as possible to keep people there and to keep people buying. But I would like to see the gates open up a little bit, and we get to visit each other's garden. I want to hop in Fat Sweet Bush sometimes. that was not a long setup for a Bush joke. But
it took you some time to get to it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this is the type of thing that I think is very important, and it's something that oh god, I hate saying this phrase, that we gamers should ask for, because it's the only way these things get looked at, right? We need to vote with our wallets. Everyone agree with me, or am I talking into my ass? Or am I in a walled garden now?
I want you to talk into my ass.
PBat, stop.
What?
PBat, eat.
You ever think about how when you say Twitch emotes aloud, it just sounds like commands?
Do you think that Twitch might have them take down that shirt?
Right.
Please do not submit shirts like this. PBat, I can't believe you're getting away with this.
Yeah, man. It's words.
It's fine.
It's words, man.
It's ridiculous.
What's wrong with words?
It's not words. I would not want to wear a shirt with the QR code. I see what you're doing is cute. I would rather have the fucking PBat on there in some capacity.
I mean, I'm sure you'd rather have cum on your shirt, but
all of my shirts have cum on them, PBat. You think it's any different?
A lot of us don't like that.
Oh my god. Well, I'm sorry, okay? What else do we have on the docket today? Okay, so I linked this article. It's not from Kotaku, so Brandon, you can, save a heartbeat or two. The Witcher's marketing team released a bit of information too, and there's one quote that stuck out with me. It's about their marketing strategy for the game. At one point in The Witcher's development, they released a trailer that was really, really nice and pretty and really gorgeous. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's going to be amazing!" And then they showed another gameplay footage video later, and the quality was worse, and everyone went to shit. Right? We've seen this before in so many games, wherein they have these incredible videos, and the game is just really well represented, and then the game looks nothing like that, right? Obviously, there's some things to consider when it comes to multiple platforms. We want to talk about things like PS4 and Xbox. It's just different hardware, right? You're gonna have to have different systems for these types of things. So the quote that I'm gonna read from the article, I think, is very good and very telling. Using an example from The Witcher 3. Iwinski noted, at a time when players accused CD Projekt Red of downgrading the game's visuals following comparisons with an impressive-looking trailer released earlier in the game's development cycle, he said that the management team made a decision to explain what happened in depth rather than to avoid the issue or give a light response as part of the team's strategy of talking directly to players whenever possible. Doing so, he said, just killed the whole story instead of letting it linger on. Now, what do we think of that? That's brilliant, right? So instead of, they addressed it and moved on. And again, this is probably what Sony is employing in response to Microsoft's, I said olive branch, but no one would agree with me. This is exactly the type of thing that works. This is a PR strategy that works. Being transparent with your gamers, right?
With your gamers.
Stop.
With your gamers. You sound like a mom.
Stop. Yo, you kids. This is for you gamers. I
You
made
sound
some
like
cookies.
You sound like my uncle whenever he would pick me and my cousin up from tournaments, if ever.
Oh, you guys are gaming, huh? I'm Uncle Fats.
Why am I
Uncle
the uncle
Fat.
now?
He sounds like what I
Okay.
imagine Aunt Jemima's husband sounds like.
That is not black enough.
No, it's like
Okay.
Southern Black, you know.
That was not Southern Black.
That was
Buddy.
you being a really white person.
What? I'm
That was
Uncle
legit
Fats.
you being a white person.
Oh, you kids! I'll pick you up from the things, and then we're gonna play shooty hoops after. You
That
guys,
is.
is that what you guys call b-ball?
It was not a black person you were pretending to be, Smatter. I know what black people you know besides
I don't
but...
see color. I don't see color.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what do we think of this marketing strategy?
I like it. I like transparency and everything, which is why I enjoy what Hi-Rez does for the most part. Because they're pretty good about talking to the people who are, you know, giving them money and shit, saying this is what we plan to do for the game, blah, blah, blah. Which is why I'm not enjoying their approach to Paladins, because they don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, you know, Paladins is very much a chicken with its head cut off, running around in circles. Or
I don't really understand why we feel the need to even have the conversation about this marketing strategy, because it's like, wow,
It's uncommon,
I like
that's why.
this. I like the way that people aren't taking advantage of me. Like, no fucking kidding. Like, I like
it's
the
just
fact
the
that
fact
they
that it's
told
so
us
rare.
what happened.
It's refreshing.
It's
But
not. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be
It
refreshing.
shouldn't
Exactly.
be, but it is.
And that's the point. That's why I bring it up. That's why I put things like this in the list.
It's just a ridiculous topic to me.
I
I like it when my food doesn't have lots of bugs in it. Like,
I think the point here being that, you know, it shouldn't be like big news, but it kind of is, because it's just not common for people to be so vocal about it and so open and so transparent. Like they should be, but they don't, which is why I think this is supposed to be a big deal.
I mean, like, I try to bring these things in so as to, oh my god, the picture above me, so as to engender discussion. Oh my god, so as to engender discussion. But like, I guess people would rather me say shooty hoops over and over again for 3 hours, or it's a, oh god, I might have to get rid of that, because I know at one point it's going to be.
I can't
It's
focus
just
with that
Sailor.
thing.
It's going to be so bad. I know this is.
You set yourself up.
Oh
Oh,
god,
my.
I can't believe it's taking this long for people to abuse this. I don't know why I do nice things. I don't know why I make funny jokes. I don't know why I try to do an audio production if it's just gonna be funny video picture jokes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you did.
I feel myself dying a little bit. All right, you know what? Let's just do a hypothetical. All right, chat, give us a hypothetical. First one, I'm doing. It's got to be good though. Come on, chat.
or maybe not the first one.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not the
Probably
first one.
not the first.
That's why I
Okay,
specify it has to be
okay.
good.
Here, I got a hypothetical.
Okay,
So,
thank you. Put it in chat, please.
So, say you get to date, you know, you always get your choice to date like the cutest, you know, funniest, most intelligent girl or guy, it's matter.
Thank
so my
you.
real life. Got it.
That
Okay.
that you want, right?
So we're me.
Oh my
All right,
god.
chill. You get to choose, you know.
You're not dating
a-
her. You're married. So
as
shut
many
up.
dates with, you know, all these cute girls or whatever you want, with you know, no strings attached. But there is one string attached. I lied.
What?
There,
Oh.
there-
Oh, you trickster, you.
But on this date, above your head will be a Twitter feed where scumchat can post as many tweets as they want that the girl can see, and they
Hell
can
yeah.
say whatever or post whatever picture.
Oh, absolutely. I'm in.
I'm
Yeah,
super
let's go.
down.
Ugh,
All
this
right,
is
that was-
wonderful.
for some reason, that was easier than I thought.
I mean,
You
if
think I'm gonna
she's
say
if,
no to that? That's my life.
if she's as funny as she thinks she is, she's gonna be laughing her ass
Remember,
off the
these are
entire time.
random people on the internet with the longest of neck beards and the biggest of waists.
The longest of neck beards and the largest of hip ratios.
I'm glad you went mathematical on that. Thank you. All right, Fats, take it. So you're just saying yes?
It's my damn chat. What do you want?
It has to be scumchat that does the tweet board.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh. This is tricky, right? So, like, I know Alex wouldn't mind. He would be really confused by it and be
Your
like,
cat?
Zach is my cat. Alex is my boyfriend.
Zachy.
I heard your boyfriend had surgery today. How'd
No.
that go?
Oh yeah, I tweeted about it, and I never gave the exciting conclusion of my cat's vet story. But I'm gonna answer the hypothetical first because I respect the format. Scumchat. So I think Alex would be confused. But like, if things ever didn't work out with Alex, I don't know if I would want that. Gay people are weird. They'd be like, who are all these faces? Ew, who's that fucking breeder? Who's that fucking mouth breather?
Who's that breeder, you guys?
That's what they'd say. And those would definitely be the type of people I'd be going after. Brandon?
Absolutely not. I mean, it's honestly pretty simple. How is the date supposed to be successful when the fucking chat isn't even successful? They're at each other's throats every day. They were just like making fun of some girl for like a week straight.
We were?
I'm gonna bring that shit to my dates.
Wait, what? They were cyberbullying?
We were making fun of
They
the girl?
cyberbullying?
They were like hating on some girl for like a week.
What?
Fats.
Was
You
it
know
Ro?
better.
We were cyberbullying?
Oh, Fats, I'm disappointed.
Fats, you're getting so
you're not,
big,
you're not
dude.
coming to my
This is
lean
news
party
to
at PAX
me.
anymore.
This is news
Dude, all
to
this
me.
scum chat was on Twitter like, fucking drama all the time, dude. I fucking hate this.
Oh. Oh, damn, you didn't have to bring that back.
Damn.
Yo, I'm just saying.
We just got over
that's
that.
hypothetical that was brought to my fucking feet,
We
and every
just-
week I dodge it and I get yelled at. So I
we
do it,
ju-
and now I get yelled
we
at. Fuck all of you
just-
guys. This is
We
racism.
just, please, we just got over this. Don't do this to
Wait,
me.
can we explain what's
You're
happening
just
to this
gonna make
matter?
me really mad again.
What did Cumchat do?
Oh, I don't want to do this again. Look at my chat is in Spanish chat saying, why?
Wait, what happened? What drama?
It doesn't matter anymore.
No, I need to know! The podcast is going, the listeners need to know! We can't talk
Oh
about something
my
and not
God.
explain it!
No, I refuse. I actually refuse.
Can somebody else give it to me, please?
No! DM's a dickhead for
DM!
Wait, why is it my
DM,
fault?
come on!
You're the idiot who brings it back!
No, I'm not ending the podcast till we get some clarification.
Now listen, I was asked a fucking question and I gave an answer.
What happened? What did Cumchat do on Twitter?
Come chat.
They bought PBat's new shirt, QR codes.
Hey, but
No, that's not what they did!
$3.99.
That's not what they did!
$22.99.
I want to know. And if this isn't a podcast appropriate material, then tell me, because I'm still going to get the
There's
answer.
a reason I'm not talking.
I'm going to edit this into the podcast.
Oh my God.
Help me.
I'll do it in post.
I'm trapped.
Matter,
Please.
I think you underestimate how stubborn we are. I don't think it's gonna be talked about.
Oh,
Please
God.
call 1-800-PBat and get me out of this.
All right, fine,
That
fine,
is enough
fine.
letters, actually. Yes,
It
that'll
is.
work.
It's
That'll work.
All right, so I'll just edit it in later. So that's it for our show this week. We're gonna be back on Sunday at the regular time, 8 p.m., and we're gonna behave in a way that is respectful to each other and to the host. Right?
Wait, who's
Why
the
are we
host?
disrespecting
Me, I'm the host. That's why I'm the biggest on the screen.
I'm the
Fats is the
biggest.
biggest.
I'm the biggest.
It's
I'm
more of a
100% sure Fats is the biggest.
Oh my God, I hate you all. All right, so you can
All
follow
right.
me on Twitter.
I
at
thought we
Juice
had to be
Matter.
respectful.
Follow Brandon.
No,
Juice DM.
don't follow
Fats
me.
at Do Fats. PBat at PaperBat VG. Buy his shirt. His campaign is going on now. It is a
Yeah.
QR code to PBat Eat. If you haven't
Micah,
picked it up by listening to this.
Quick shout out, Micah. You're a fucking idiot. Why did you DM me obvious shit? You're dumb. Go to sleep.
Don't follow him on Twitter.
There you go.
JC, you can follow him at Juice Cyan. Thank you all very much. We'll do it again next week, and I promise I will edit in exactly what happened after this podcast is over.
You know, what
Thank
actually
you.
happened? All I
And-
know is that there
Good
was
night!
Let's not-